Hey, it's Chad Evans, once again inside the Stone State Studios, this time joined by my friends with M&M Carpet One Floor and Home. Mike, good to see you back here.
Yes, good to see you, Chad. Yep,
Spring
good morning.
has sprung.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Are you happy?
Absolutely.
And how are we doing out there? Are we busy?
Yes, very busy.
What are we busy with?
Well, like what we always are, all the new projects people are doing, renovations, new homes.
Yeah. Is typically the spring like the busiest time for you out of the year, or does it fluctuate? Does it depend?
We're generally busy like year round. It'll taper off a little bit right after the holidays, so we kind of get a break January, and that's our catch-up time.
That's your catch-up time.
And then it takes off again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. As long as it keeps on taking off for you,
Yep.
Mike, that's great. We have a guest here joining us. We obviously have Justina here because we love Justina. She's obviously with M&M Carpet One Floor and Home. But JD, Fusion Homes, LLC, we were just admiring your shirt, but you said it's an older one.
Yeah, this is an older shirt.
Tell us a little about Fusion Homes. What do you guys do over there? What's going on?
We're new construction home builders. We also do remodels and additions, pretty much anything that light commercial, mostly residential, but we do pretty much everything out there.
Primarily before Fusion Homes, you had a construction company? Or?
Yeah, I had a prior construction company before that. I went out on my own in 2015, and that's when the M&M Flooring and us paired up and started a good relationship together.
Congratulations.
They actually put the flooring in our showroom when we were building the showroom.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, great. So let's talk about that. So you launched in 2015 with Fusion Homes, and you're based out of where?
Bloomsburg.
Bloomsburg. Okay. The only town in Pennsylvania, from what I understand. So Fusion Homes comes along in 2015. How did you get paired up with Mike and M&M Carpet One Floor and Home over there?
Yeah, I knew Mike previously through the modular world. We both worked in the modular world years prior, and so I had worked with him before. And then I was looking for somebody that I could rely on to do our flooring for all our new projects and be able to get good products. So I just called Mike up and said, "Hey, you think you want to come here and measure up my showroom and let's do something?"
Well, that's a good thing to create relationships in a business is not always that easy. But what was it about Mike and the staff over there at M&M Carpet One Floor and Home that you decided, these are my people? What did they do?
They've been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
So they always had a nice showroom. They always had a good selection of products. Had heard good things about their installation and their installers. So that was always, one of those things that I just needed somebody I could rely on to keep me up to date on all the newest things. Dina comes into play with, she's the fashion guru. So she knows all the things that are up to date, and so that's what our customers are wanting also. Yeah, those types of things. So it all works together as a team.
And I know, Mike, you really hang your hat on the product that you do sell.
Yes.
Can you talk about that? I mean, it is a really good product. I know that from firsthand experience with my project that we have going on in there. Why is it so important to have that really top tier product in your showroom?
Well, of course, it's really important to have the best of the best. And, being part of the Carpet One family, they do a lot of the background work for us, like we talked about before. So if the product's in our showroom, then it's something we can stand behind and feel comfortable with selling and installing. Right. And of course, we always look for a good price. Yeah. Make sure we offer a good value for what you're going to spend.
That's business. Yeah.
And we just wrap that all together in one package, and that's what a customer's looking for.
For sure. What can you talk about Fusion Homes? How's their business coming along with that partnership that you have? What can you say about JD over there?
Well, I'll tell you what, we love working with JD and his entire crew over there. It's a family business too, and we really enjoy it. And even from the beginning, like we started out, everything's always been smooth. I mean, JD has everything put together very well, and the way we do scheduling and line up things, and it works out pretty well.
That's great. Yeah. It seems like they make it easy for you, JD. And isn't that what it's like to be a business owner?
Well, it's nice to have a subcontractor that you can rely on and say, hey, I need you here in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it is. And they show up and they do the job and do it well.
Yeah.
So that's what's best with all of our subcontractors that we work with. You know, we have in-house guys also that can do some of the stuff, but I find that get the guys that do the job the best and love doing what they're doing. So these guys love doing flooring. They do flooring well. So I don't need to step in with my guys and do that. I can take care of other things, finishes and kitchens and all those types of things.
Yes,
so,
it's definitely beneficial to have good subs underneath you like that. That's great. Now with Fusion Homes, do you just build new residential projects or do you do additions, remodels?
We do a little bit of everything. Yeah. So the majority of our business is new construction homes. You know, we can do between 25 and 40 houses, custom houses a year. We don't get into crazy elaborate, houses. They're, but they're basic custom houses for this area and what the budgets allow around here. And then we also do additions and remodels. We don't really advertise at all for anything really. We do everything's word of mouth that we do. So just as we build a house for somebody and then their relative wants to put an addition on the house, then we end up doing that also.
Good to know, because I think my wife is looking to do some things. So it's good to know you, JD.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, just to make her happy. Is after the weather breaks, as they say in Central PA, is now the busy time for you as well?
We're busy all year round.
Are you really?
We put foundations in all through the winter.
Yeah.
I try to slow down just a little bit because it's a little more difficult.
For sure.
Come December and January. So usually we schedule like one house December and January and February going into the ground. But then after that, we go back to like doing 2 or 3 a month.
Is that right?
Yeah. I try to schedule one every other week. That's our happy point.
Wow.
Where we can just every other week we're starting a new foundation.
What's your favorite, Dina? I don't know if I asked you. Maybe you don't have a favorite. Is like new construction your favorite, or is it remodeling, or these additions?
It's a little bit of both. One of the things is that I think with today's consumer, especially whether it's remodeling or building from scratch, the customers have become more savvy because of the internet and seeing the choices. And I think that's one of the things that I've been able to bring to the table for M&M. And I'm not speaking for JD, but where he would have a client come into his showroom and see our samples that are to choose from. And there's a very nice selection in the showroom, but that isn't all that's out there. So I think I'm utilized in the best ability to give that client that little bit of different aspect, whether they're remodeling or new construction. Personally, I like both of them because they're two totally different animals with that remodeling and new construction. I think there is some hard choices that people have to make in new construction, and a lot of them at one time. Where the remodeling, in the client's mind, I think goes a little bit slower. They don't have to think about the whole house, the roof, the siding, the windows, and everything. And they can focus, if they're just doing a remodel, they can focus on one room at a time or 2 rooms at a time. But I think we make a really good team because we can. I have a project right now that I was working on that I did not realize was actually an employee of his till I was working with them.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I was working with them and making selections. They came in and I just, we're from Fusion Homes, and I'm like, okay, great. Turns out, yes, he is from Fusion Homes. He is part of Fusion Homes.
It's true.
But, and I didn't know that, but it's, and then, it's really fun to watch their faces light up when you make that selection and the color combinations and the fact that he's able to offer something different because we're able to offer something different that they can't get at the big box stores or other local stores in the area. They can come to us and they can trust us because they're both family owned and operated.
We always talk about the big box stores, and we might have touched on this before, Mike, but
yes.
What is the difference between M&M Carpet One Floor and Home and, we'll just say, a big box store? What is that difference?
Well, the main difference is the personalized service that we can offer to all of our customers. Now, as far as like being a part of the Carpet One family, and I kind of touched on that before, we buy the best in the business. I mean, so we have the pricing of the home centers, but we give the full circle with not only the best price, the expertise that we offer, the installation, and the lifetime installation warranty. If you have a problem, you let us know. We take care of it.
Yeah, I mean, you did a bang-up job for my little golf room.
Yeah, it looks great.
It does look great.
I love it.
I didn't pick out anything. That was my friend Dina.
I know.
She's like, you need this floor.
You picked out the grass, the turf.
I did. But
It was green.
You said
I want green turf.
I said I need turf, and you're like, it's over here. And then you walk over, and you're like, that's the one you're gonna get. And then I said, well, I need like flooring. Well, what do you mean? And I said black flooring of some sort. And I don't even know if I said black.
No,
I
you
said I
didn't say
wanted
black.
something dark, didn't I?
Yes, you wanted something dark.
I don't even remember. You meet Dina, and she puts you in a tizzy, and then she's like, there you go, done. And there it was.
I aim to please.
You aim to please.
Yep.
Yeah, but delivered right on time. No questions asked. No problems. The measurements were perfect. The flooring came out perfect, and it was just a very easy solution.
Seamless solution, yeah.
Simple solutions, and that's really what it's all about.
Well, and I think the two of them can offer together because they've known each other for so long. I know for a fact that JD will call and say, I need that installed within 2 weeks. And behind the scenes, all of us are running around like chickens with our heads cut off.
We always figure it out, though.
But we
somehow.
figure it out.
Like a true set.
Like where that would not happen if you went to a big box store. You also would not get the individualized attention to the details on things, nor the selection. Free isn't always great.
Sure.
Free doesn't always give you the best choice. Like it's nice to have some help behind, but and we don't charge for the service of JD's customers are coming in to take a look at things. That's part of our program to work in there, and we work as a whole team. And that's the best part. But I think the team of the two of them works out really well because they communicate together, just the two of them. And then it's their job. I don't know what happens. Well, we know what happens on the M&M side. I don't know what happens on JD's side. But I can imagine because it's, again, when you're a small family-owned business, everybody's involved.
For sure. Now, you've been with Mike for how long?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. What did you do before Dina?
Not as much as this. I don't know how to explain. I mean, we were always busy and whatnot, but she brought a lot to the table.
Yeah.
I mean, from helping. Well, actually, we did work together, like we talked before, on projects. Like we've known each other for a long, long time. So she's done a lot of help with picking out the paint colors when we first painted the store over, and then when she came on board, everything's different and it looks great. Yeah. I mean, we get so many compliments.
Right. Now, was that something that a customer would come in, you would help them like pick out the flooring of what they want and then the colors, like all that stuff? Because I couldn't do that.
No, I mean, we would do the best we could.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like when I would wait on a customer, I mean, I give my suggestions, but it is not even close to the level of what Dina can offer them.
Right.
I tend to push the envelope a little.
Yeah, we know.
We can do the basics. I can do the basics. You know what I mean, Chad?
Yeah, and that's okay. It's okay.
I can get them in the direction.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I always feel that I think people don't realize that you can spend the same amount of dollars or close to it and get something that nobody else has, or you can get more back to the modular idea where everything's cookie cutter and all laid out. Why not choose, if you're spending your money, why not make the decision wisely and choose something that you'll love forever, as opposed to, because all the time in the 43 years that I've been doing this, people settle for
what's
there, and don't say I can't get that. And my worst, when somebody tells me I can't have something or can't do something, I'm going to figure out how we're going to make that happen. Just like we make it happen if we have to do an installation in house in 2 weeks, we figure it out together.
Yeah,
it's not just one person; it's a lot of people behind the scenes making things go forth.
With JD, with like new home builds here, like spring of 2026, do you see trends of
trends? Yeah, trends are happening.
So what are those trends?
Trends are happening in the color world. The grays that were hot are starting to slide away. The beiges are coming back in. The earth tones,
lighter floors,
the greens, lighter floors. So there's definitely some changes happening, and we're usually a little bit behind the schedule of that compared to the rest of the country.
Right. Yeah.
But we're getting there now. So, you know, a year ago, that was the trend in California.
Right.
But now it's
Takes a little bit of time to get from the West Coast
to the
East.
country. You know, we're
Yes.
from the country, so it takes a little bit longer for those things to get here. So
So are you mainly talking about like the siding of the house, of the like?
yes, the siding colors, the
shutters.
flooring colors, the cabinet colors, countertops, all those things. They're in a transition mode right now, color wise. So we have to always keep up with the date. So you know, M&M had just brought some new flooring, new tiles to our office in the last 2 weeks, just to keep up to date with
Yeah, I
some
called
of the
JD
color
and said, I hear you're
selections.
looking for new tile. And he got some.
He got some. Does M&M help you with the trends? I'm sure they have their finger on the pulse of like what's coming up in terms of like flooring, hardwood colors.
We've
like,
done a lot of selections just in the last couple months, like changing up the flooring, because the flooring is getting, again, it takes a while for things to get here. We're behind the scenes probably about a year from what it's trending. But like, for instance, like I said, JD said, the grays are out, the naturals are coming back in. Wow. Subway tiles out.
Yeah,
really?
Yes, subway tiles like kind of, and you know, on our end of it, we've done years of subway tiles, so we're kind of happy on the designer
sure.
part of it.
It's nice to have a change every once in a while.
Just once
right?
in a while, just have a
Yeah.
little bit of a change. But larger form factor tiles are really in, and just more natural looking things. Things don't look fake now. You know, it's kind of nice. It's a nice, refreshing change, and there's some different colors and changes. And the kitchen cabinetry. I mean, we go through a phase where it's all oak cabinets, then it's all white cabinets, but it's nice too that we're in this transition phase, because those of us that see it every day, you know, oh, well, I want to come in, I want gray flooring. I'm like, okay, one more gray floor.
yeah.
And I love gray. So
Yeah, and Carpet One is on the cutting edge.
Yes.
You know, they do a fantastic job. And that reflects in all the sampling that we get from them.
Yeah. They have a big old team over there that has their...
They do all the background work.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
And they keep us right on the cutting edge of colors, you know, new products.
Right.
And anything that's new and sample-wise comes.
And we're part of we get weekly podcasts if we want to update us on product and all the design
Education.
things. Yes.
That's great.
And being educated about the product is really helpful.
Yeah.
But still, people want to see it. You know, the internet's great, but I've had people order things and it's not the same thing as actually physically touching it.
Right. Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
like we were doing a project where one of our new homeowners wanted a theater in the basement.
Awesome.
And our showroom's only so big.
Yeah.
We only have so much stuff. So I don't have all the special stuff for theaters and things
Right.
like that. So I sent them over to see Dina, and they went over to their showroom where they have everything.
And they ended up with black carpet. Think
Yeah.
of that.
How about that? Look at that. I love it.
It was the coolest carpet, you know, it was
Yeah.
perfect in a theater.
That's so cool.
So
Yeah.
we did that with the lighting and accent lighting in the steps going up. So the theater turned out great.
See, that'd be my addition, but we're just not there yet at the house. We got to get that kitchen done. But there you go again. Just with M&M Carpet One Floor and Home, they make it simple, easy
Yep.
for you and as well as your
Yeah, it
customers.
makes my small showroom into a
Absolutely.
large showroom if I need to. And
Yeah.
and flooring is a very important
Yeah.
product for a house, you know, other than kitchen cabinets maybe.
Yeah, probably the top ones.
But talking about like home builds itself, do you see trends? Like, are there more like
Yeah,
first
we're
floor?
going first floor ranches.
Ranches. Nobody's having kids.
Houses are getting smaller and smaller.
Are they?
Just because of the price point. You know, price points, you know, the square footage just is beyond a lot of people's price point for the big 3,000 square foot house anymore. So the houses are getting smaller and smaller, but the designs are becoming more and more open so that it doesn't feel like it's a small house. So you really have to plan accordingly. We have an in-house designer for house drawings that we do our own drawings in-house. So we will sit down and sketch out something, and then we'll draw it up in 3D renderings for our customers
awesome.
so that they can see. But we learn all those little tricks to make things so that they feel open, but that keeps the cost down. And that's why we're able to do the business that we do, because we're caring about their pocketbook too.
That's great. Do you see a lot of younger couples or older couples?
It's a big mix.
Is it really?
It actually is for us. It's you have your very young is hard to find because most of them don't have the deposit
Right.
money and things like that. But the middle, late 20s, early 30s are getting their first house. So you have the basic houses that they're able to afford and do. And then we have the, 50s and 60s and 70-year-olds
Yep.
that we're doing houses for, that it's their, retirement home. We're doing a lot of that type of thing also, where they just want one floor living, no thresholds, showers that you can roll right into.
Yeah, the whole gamut.
So I
the
would
whole
say,
thing.
probably 70% of the houses that we build, whether it's for young or old, or they want basically almost ADA.
Yeah.
Because they plan on living there for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And I do see the trend picking up for especially those coming into retirement. I mean, it used to be everybody retired and went to Florida, Arizona. People are retiring here.
Yeah.
And they're retiring in smaller houses, and they want the ADA. And I mean, we've done multiple showers in the last year that all have the handlebars, but everybody's coming up with the great grab bars and things like that people don't realize. It doesn't have to look like you're in the hospital. They're decorative, and but people, even that age group. I'm working with a woman right now that's retiring, and she is looking to get a brand new house. And a lot of people discount that age, that they're not going to do that, but they do. They want that because they're going to, our life expectancy, she's got the next 20, maybe 30 years to go yet.
Yeah, sure.
And she still wants the house. And I think I see that more people coming in a lot, in the shop, that are still wanting nice things. Just because you get older and think you're not going to spend the money. No, they want nice quality product.
Right.
And we offer that.
Yep.
There's a little more mixed family stuff going on too. So that the children are moving their parents in with them. So they're putting a little,
Mother-in-law suite.
addition suite. Yeah. So there's a lot of that going on also. And it's both ways. It's kind of funny because sometimes the parent gives the house to the kids and say, you move into the house and I'm going to build myself this little addition on the side.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's the kids that own the house and they're like, we're moving mom and dad in, or somebody like that. So there's a lot of that too that's going on.
Well, we're going to keep our finger on the pulse of all these trends. How does it change every year? Or is it like a...
Well, so pretty much since I've been doing this such a long time, whatever the fashion industry is doing that year, 2 years later, you're going to see it in the home industry. It takes the home industry to catch up at least 2 years to whatever you're seeing in trends right now in clothing this year will be the trend in home furnishings in 2 years.
That's wild.
And then it runs like that in a cycle.
This sweater is 20 years old.
I know,
So
black
you're not
always
gonna
stays in style.
They're not getting their fashion trends off of me.
No.
I'll tell you that. That's just not possible.
But we're getting all our communication from you.
And that's all that matters.
That's right.
Right. I'm happy to help wherever I possibly
Yes.
can. We have Mike with M&M Carpet One Floor and Home. We have JD with Fusion Homes. Best of luck with everything. You got a decade under your belt with the company, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
JD.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for stopping in. And bring that band back in here.
All right.
We got some more music to take care of. We got Dina. We'll hear more with just Dina as well. But Mike, thanks for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. We enjoyed it.
All right. If you say so.
Yep.
I'm Chad Evans inside the Stone State Studios. We'll see you next time.